You ever hear the song before?
No. Who is this? Who is this?
A couple Shlomos.
Sounds like it.
Welcome back, everybody, to the YINZBOYZ podcast. Your host, Ken and Neil.
We got a special guest tonight.
Impromptu,
Yeah,
even.
there's a lot of switching around, so we will have our other guests on maybe next week. We'll see. We got a schedule. Figure that out. But
So they weren't able to make it, and Billy here was able to slink right into the spot.
Honored to be here, boys.
We're happy to have you.
Loving it.
How do we know you again? What do you? You're like in a band, aren't you? Like you're pretty big time.
Yeah. It's Bill and Drew.
Fuck yeah. If you've ever heard our intro song, our outro music there too, and the amount of times we talk about them, this is one of the Bill and Drew. This is Bill of
I'm
Bill.
What's up?
Yeah, man. But the thing is, we keep talking about it over and over again, and I really, really want to try and do it like some sort of collaboration where we write an intro song designed like specifically for the podcast.
Oh, 100%.
I think it would be perfect.
It's gotta happen.
Don't get me wrong. We can use this if we can clip anything that you would love to give us, but there's something to be said about us all getting together and let's write something for it.
I'm going to put it on the record that we're going to do that.
I hope we do, man. I really do.
We're going to get it done.
So obviously, we're getting excited. Ken missed the promo again. 412-613-1116, the YINZBOYZ hotline.
I was trying to give him his 15 minutes of fame.
No, he's going to get all the fame in the world. Don't you worry about it.
We're the one that
I was going to say,
need it.
if anything, we need it. But
yeah, 412-613-1116, YINZBOYZ hotline. We also have our socials that he manages over there. I know nothing about.
no, I think somebody else managed. It's a third party that does it for us.
Oh, we can afford that now.
No, we can't.
Oh,
But we have to. I'm not going to do it.
shut it down. But TikTok's about to get banned here pretty quick, for what I understand.
It maybe not. I doubt it. But yeah, TikTok, Instagram,
All of our followers.
Snapchat. Well, they can still listen to the podcast. We'll still be producing the podcast. If they need to get in touch with us, we got the hotline right here, dude.
They still won't listen to us. They don't listen to us now.
I think a lot more people listen than you really think, dude.
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't know.
I really do.
I listen.
I was going to say
that's all that matters, honestly.
Hi, Bill.
I was going to say,
Yeah, I listen. I listen at that 1.25x speed.
You have to.
And
I've never done that.
I'm wondering how I'm going to sound right now. Well, I guess I already know because I did it once before. Glad to be back, though.
Yeah, of course. Now, the
Great.
1.5 times, what's the reason for that? Just to get through podcasts?
Ken don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea.
The upgrade to life, dude.
You're able to absorb more information faster, man.
Do I sound terrible at 1.5? Because I already talk a little bit fast.
No,
You're still a little slow.
like I said before, dude. When I turn it back to regular, like off of that 1.25 speed, you guys sound drunk. I'm like, I can't listen to these goddamn drunks.
Well,
I'm not listening to this shit, and then I put it back on 1.25. I'm like, oh my boys are back. Like, this is good.
Maybe we just need to get really
Zooted?
I wasn't going to say that, but
No, I'm people who listen to podcasts are doing this.
Really?
And if you're listening to this and you're not at 1.25 speed,
you're wasting time.
You're wasting your life.
Really?
You
Well,
gotta do it.
that's all I do. I waste my life, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll try. How can I don't even know that there's a function. I have to look on
It's
the...
just right there, man. Just the setting. Look for it.
I can't believe you're giving out pro tips to people. Like, this is stuff we got to keep on the hush. You know what we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, gatekeeping boomer shit.
You need to keep that on the hush.
All right.
Don't be telling everybody. But the people in the pod, they probably already know about it. Except for Ken.
I don't know about it. Yeah.
Now you do.
Thank you. So moving on, I want to know, since this is an impromptu guest here, we don't have anything prepared whatsoever. Not that we have much prepared, but I know you mentioned there's a couple things in the news, Neil, that you wanted to talk about. If not, I'm going to talk about them drones.
Well,
everybody's waiting to talk about the drones.
That's sort of like, we can talk about it, but nobody really knows anything.
I have a couple things to say about it, but
yeah.
Is that the road we're going to go down? The drones first?
We may as well talk about it. We're talking about it right now.
So there's been a couple sightings around the country.
It's not a couple, it's hundreds.
Well,
there are also multiple people seeing the same, like thousands of people seeing the same thing.
I get, this is for radio.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't. Everything doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah,
Like,
but no,
this is
you have to
journalism.
Give it a little flair, a little exaggeration.
There's millions of drones. They're
billions,
everywhere.
billions.
They're all over the place.
We're lousy with drones.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, there's a bunch of drones around. They're the size of cars or whatever, and people are seeing them.
Allegedly. You know how you guys were in the aviation industry. You understand, like, people don't know how to judge how big things are.
It is hard. Yeah, it really is.
You know,
I can do it. Just 'cause,
I
you know,
bet you they're pretty big.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
The way I look at it,
So they're flying in. They're just flying in
I guess
from the ocean.
that's what I understand. Yeah, which makes
And the military doesn't know what's going on.
No.
And then the press secretary has nothing to say. It's like, hey, we're looking into it.
that's why
We got to know what's going on.
this is why I call bullshit. May I, just from the aviation expertise?
Yes.
So surrounding our country, I think it's 75 miles. That can be fact checked. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's a perimeter around our country called an ADIZ, Air Defense Zone. So what happens during that, and they teach you this in flying school, is that if you cross that ADIZ, it's constantly monitored. So
Yeah.
they're going to send up a fighter.
Somebody to intercept you.
That's it. Yeah, intercept, and it's going to be pretty peaceful at first. You know,
Well,
it's,
unless they try anything.
well, not only try anything, what they do is come up to look in the cockpit, right? They want to see, is the pilot incapacitated?
Is he flying while black?
Well, that's yeah, very well may be it. But
Imagine the sky police. Dude.
oh, it'd be terrible. Well, there's not a ton.
I
Of,
can't believe the Air Force profiles people. That's all I'm saying.
either way, they want to see if they're alive, right? First
That
of
is
all,
true. There could be a dead pilot.
It happens all the time.
Heart
Yeah.
attack, anything. Dude.
especially small,
Aircraft.
Yeah, it happens. So
Boomers.
Yeah.
It's literally that's what it is.
yeah, so that's the first thing they look for. After that, they're trying to maintain communication, right? Either a transponder squawk. So if you lost radio comms, there's certain transponder codes that you put out that tells the ATC or radar contact that, hey, I don't have radio. So letting you know I'm not a terrorist or anything.
Yeah.
But that's just transponding a code. It's like a safety thing.
Yeah.
And you can change it different codes depending on the different scenario. So if that is not coming in and there's no two-way communication, they come up, they look, and then they will, if you are there and visually seeing each other, they'll give you a couple wing rocks.
Yeah, and then
It's basically
they'll
saying, hey,
blast in front of you, really.
down, like it's time to go down, and if you don't, they just do a quick I mean, that's what they taught us in school. That's what they do. There's no way that these drones are coming through ADIZ.
They could if they're small enough and they're low enough.
That is true. If you're talking about airspace, you're
That's what
right.
I'm
Like
saying.
as far
If
as
it's even if they were the size of a car, that's like a boat going. You know what I mean? Like it probably is on somebody's radar, but are they going to send like?
Yes, if there's that many. And
No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying if it's one.
No, probably not. If it's lower than 500 AGL, usually, or I guess in that case, they'd be like MSL because they're coming right over the ocean. But under 500 foot Class G, it is not monitored.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
it's the Wild West.
It could be something like that.
But if they're saying their biggest cars and they're seeing that at 500. I don't know, man. It's just hard. It's hard to buy.
I know. I agree.
That's why my tinfoil hat's really going on tight with
So have you
this
seen
one.
you've seen the videos?
I've not even seen it.
Yeah.
I just heard it. Yeah.
You've seen the videos?
No, huh?
There's tons.
Okay.
Of them, dude.
You need
I'd
to
love to see
educate
it, yeah.
yourself on that and check that out, man, because it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
If it's a false flag, then it's pretty impressive. If they're using
No. I wasn't to say false flag. My conspiracy was going towards is that we already know they're either
It's
our
our
technology
own
or
government.
someone that allowed them to come over. It's not like, oh, these things snuck up on us. I don't believe that that happened.
Yeah.
And then nothing's happened. Like no.
Yeah.
You should tell the American people what's going on. I don't really like
No.
that.
it's
Yeah.
probably-
Right.
This is so. I really think it's definitely us. Is my assumption. Are we doing something? Because everybody's like, that one senator's like, oh, it's Iran. Like everybody wants war with Iran.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Is this just an excuse like for something to happen? And like, so this is my theory. Like I told you about it. Like potentially a dirty bomb in the United States that they're trying to track down, and they're going to blow it up in, God forbid, some populated city at Christmas or New Year's.
Interesting.
And then that's our new 9/11 to go to war with Iran. And they're going to say, oh, those drones were looking for this nuclear device. Like we tried to save you. That whole thing. Like I feel like it's going to be something like that. But this is pure speculation.
Sure,
Pure
yeah.
speculation. No,
Something stinks. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely.
Right?
This video is gonna get a whole bunch of views now.
well, no, and the other thing is like, if it's aliens, like, bro, we've already, like, they already exist. Like, well, it's not, it's, the government's already acknowledged that. So if it's that, then like, I could see that too, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The more that I was talking to my dad about this earlier on the way down to the Slav Club, we had a blast at. But either way, it's
I'm the newest member, but yeah,
you are at. Yeah,
Did
congratulations.
you pay to get in?
I did.
So you paid a
I'm number
member
75.
fee? Wow.
Oh, I paid a
dude.
fee. I paid a small fee, a donation. You know,
So if somebody dies, does their number retire?
Yeah, kind of. You go up
Yeah.
in the.
up in the ranks.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad's number 3.
Wow.
saying,
Just saying.
it's a big deal.
It's a big flex.
Are you on a first name basis with number 1?
Oh, big time.
I know. I don't.
You are already, Ken?
Oh, me? Yeah. I'm networking, dude. I told you.
Okay, wow. That was fast, dude. That was fast.
I'm going to own that place. And you know, Ken's going to pay an exorbitant fee for his membership.
I've been a member for years.
Because that's a lucky number, and we can't retire it. We can't give it to anybody, but we have to tax you because it's such a good number, you know.
I haven't been a member for years, but we'll see. We'll see. They're not doing great right now. We need members.
I'll be down there. I'll support them.
I'm going to go down there. Cheap drinks and raffles out the ass, dude. All kind of gambling.
Decent raffles.
Oh, it's gambling. I mean, that's I think the whole reason for these social clubs. Like every time, every 5 minutes, someone walks by. You want to buy this ticket for this? How about for this basket? We're doing a Super Bowl thing.
We
We're
could do
doing
our
this.
own 50-50 there. Or a 50-50-50, as I like to call it. They get
A 50, 25, 25.
They get 50% of the 50-50. So we get 75, they get 25.
I like the math. I like where
it's
you're
a
going.
50-50-50.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm just spitting game right now. You know, take that to the bank, Bill.
I will. Did you guys like that Chuck Mangione?
Absolutely.
That's pretty good. That. So Mangione, the reason why I brought, like, I thought about that is because wasn't there just some sort of CEO that was gunned down by a certain Mangione?
Yes, we talked about it last week. It's actually not released yet.
yet.
We need to do it. We're not going to do it tonight.
Oh,
so
gosh
we'll
darn
do
it!
tomorrow.
Because I actually made sure that you guys didn't talk about this yet.
Yeah,
we
we're
can
just
move on.
We're just
That's what I
backlogged.
did.
Yeah,
So that should be funny then. That should be a callback to the Mangione.
yeah.
Well, we can still talk about it.
Yeah, we know more than we did last week
Yeah.
when we talked about it because it was very fresh whenever we recorded. So now we know more.
We just
Okay.
we just happened to catch the guy with the manifesto, with a gun and a suppressor and a fake ID.
He
catch.
had messages inside the
It's
casings.
just so crazy that like this guy was just found, like
Just
with
like
all the evidence that they needed.
well,
to say
the,
it's him.
the MacDon's employee sold him out, right?
Allegedly. But
I heard
I'd
that
love-
this dude has some weird stuff going on in his personal life too. Like the guy, he went from being a wealthy Ivy League grad to being like the sugar baby of like rich black dudes.
see.
What?
I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I didn't
dude.
hear that.
Oh my gosh!
I don't
yeah,
know how-
I'm telling you, man.
I don't know how serious.
There's gonna be some stuff coming out about this guy that really puts his character into question.
He had good form. I mean, good looking body,
Ken was
chiseled.
Yeah, see, it's the same as like the Jeffrey Dahmer effect. Like, people just like want to love this man because he's beautiful, you know, or not the Jeffrey. Who's the other guy? The other serial killer who killed all those women.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Bundy.
Yeah. Same idea. And there's like multiple. This happens all the time. Like felons have women that write to them and like want to marry them and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting phenomena. But it's the same thing that happened with this. Like people are
I don't know. I
real
think.
gay for this guy.
I think
Ken.
no. I just think everybody. Not me. No.
Ken's just he likes his
No.
tight twink body to top him. That's
I think everybody's just tired of, especially healthcare system. Everyone's been affected by the decisions of top execs at healthcare businesses, right? So
Well,
I think everyone is together, almost like, yeah, stick it to the man, kind of, without saying like, hey, someone just gunned down a dude in the street, right?
So there's also a lot of conspiracy theories about like why this happened, and allegedly this dude was going to talk to the feds about some shit, some insider trading stuff,
Oh,
and he was killed basically.
That
Assassinated?
makes way more sense. Being that you are of that certain ilk, like you
Well-
kind of have that like mindset already. That would make the most sense.
Well, yeah. Who's benefiting the most?
It's a cool word, by the way. Ilk. I like that. Sorry.
Ken's gonna.
I like
steal
that.
He's gonna steal that one. It is a good word. What I was ilking at.
I'm ilking right now.
No, but like that it makes sense. Like the pieces fit. Now this guy, this guy that they captured allegedly, is he really the killer? I don't know.
I think they wanted them to do a real big, like, that police thing where they stand next to all the
that's
drugs.
the thing is, well,
you know?
exactly. That's
Do you
why-
think the government sucks that much at their job?
yes.
This is
look
what
at
we get.
Look at
It was that guy.
Look at 9/11. Like, look at every other credible conspiracy theory out there. It's like the government just kind of sucks at it,
It does.
or they have to give, like, I don't know. There's always that like we did it and it's right in front of your face, but nobody's ever gonna believe you. Like, I think that's also part of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
like the moon landing.
Well, see, that's
Kind of, yeah.
It's the same idea, same thing.
Do you think we landed on the moon?
I do. I don't think at that time we
No,
did.
yeah, I don't think at that time, but I think we did at some point in time.
I think we've been there multiple times, but I do think that at that time there was a big space race, right? And we had to look like big dick America, and we had some good Hollywood effects potentially. I don't know.
Some good Jewish producers.
Yeah.
Really, Steven Spielberg didn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then we've been there. That's the way I feel.
I feel the same way. I don't know, Bill. What do you think?
I don't know. What if it came out that like everything was just a big giant hoax?
I wouldn't.
Like someone pulled the veil
So-
open, and it was just like, "Hey guys, everything that the media has been feeding you has just been bullshit."
So talk
Very
about
possible.
talk about that with space. Talk about how much money gets spent every year on NASA. How much taxpayer dollars go into all these aerospace projects?
It's a lot.
How many trillions of dollars have we wasted? Elon Musk fucking brought a rocket back to Earth for 1/10 the cost that NASA could do it.
And they're not happy about that, by the way.
It's government versus private, like.
Yeah.
But I also think that you get Elon Musk, and the conspiracy
Yeah, yeah.
theory there is like, he's just the same other hand of the same person.
I wanted Cybertruck real bad.
No, they're cool, but I would.
It's
never,
gay, I get it,
I don't
but
want
I
to
still
ride
want
in a big lithium bomb.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's really the shit that fucking scares me about them. Until they make it stable, like, nah, not for me.
I know. But they're too expensive. They're overpriced for what it is. But
No, you can get some of the Teslas now for cheap, dude.
no, I want a Cybertruck, dog. They're like 90.
No, once you drive one, you're not gonna give a shit about the Cybertruck, dude.
Oh, they're fast.
They're
The
so-
Cybertruck's fast too. They're all fast.
No, the Cybertruck's not. You could get a Model S, a twin motor Model S, or whatever the smaller one is.
But they're all incredibly fast compared to things I own. Even the Cybertruck is incredibly fast.
Yeah, but you get none of the utility of the truck, though.
I don't care.
Instead
It's a Cybertruck.
instead of just having this,
It looks like an 8-bit fucking video game. I love it.
it's more that you're trying to get your Lamborghini Countach,
I do want my Countach.
like esque vibe, more like futuristic. I get it.
Yeah.
but it's just not a practical. I don't see it as a practical.
Was never a
I would-
practical buy.
I would get the Hummer, dude. The Hummer's way cooler than the Cybertruck.
I get enough
all the-
Hummers.
It actually
I
can,
don't.
It actually can like go off road to some degree.
Fast
Yeah.
cars make sense up here because on the way up, 79 North was like holy shit, people were flying,
Oh, you
dude.
don't
fuck
I was
around.
going 85, keeping up. Like I was like, I'm going to pass this guy, and I was going 85, barely making it past with dudes behind me.
Just be mindful of
Yeah.
our location.
Oh
No, you're still
sharks.
You're
It's
still
okay. No, you're
good.
still good. Yeah, 79's and runs from Erie to Florida. You're good.
A lot of nice straights on that.
Well, I figure, man, like you kind of give your general location out to begin with, Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Ken's
Just not
just-
precise. We don't like precise.
He's thinking you're going to go somewhere else with it and get more specific, and he's just trying to.
I was stopping you before you go further in your description. That's all.
Okay, yeah, there are other roads that you have to go on
Yeah.
besides 79. But people on 79, they do drive quite
They
fast.
really do. Yeah. And 8, you should go on 80.
Yeah, 80. The truckers can get real fucking ballsy.
I don't normally go up that far north, but just saying when I do.
Ken likes to stop at the truck stops. The glory hole.
Yeah,
He
it's a
likes- he likes to
corridor.
Man, a couple of
Aren't
them.
those like just places where people have human trafficking?
Yeah, big time,
100%.
big time, big
Yeah.
time.
Especially
And
80.
So Pittsburgh actually is a huge human trafficking. Any major city with access to highways, we have north south. Like this is an east and west. Like it's a hub.
Yeah.
You know, stuff passes through here.
You can go from New York City to Chicago in one run, with 80. It's straight through.
Probably from here, it's got to be what, 12 hours, 11 hours,
I would imagine around that.
maybe even less than that. I don't know.
Regardless, you can zip and not have to worry about it.
So do you think that there's like a trucker culture of like rest stop fucking?
Oh, big time. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So my uncle's brother-in-law has been a trucker for a long time.
My sister,
All right.
mommy.
And he talks about it and stuff. And it's most of the people are like normal blue collar, like 95. Maybe not nowadays, because a lot of foreign people driving trucks nowadays.
Tons of them actually. Tons
Like-
of Indians.
Yeah.
You'll
There's
see.
a dude in Colorado who killed a shitload of people.
Yep. Like I said, it's a big thing in the trucking industry right now. But
Oh shit, that was the wrong one. It doesn't matter.
No.
it's still comedic.
Yeah.
You know? But that's part of it. But yeah, there used to be like, bro, it was before logbooks, all that shit, and all the GPS and stuff. Bro, those truckers would like
Oh, they get zooted. They'd make serious money, man. Serious money.
like crazy. Like he was not into that, but like he definitely was like, yeah, you drink a bunch of coffee and like you just fucking drive. And now it's all, controlled and like it should be that way. You're operating a fucking 35,000 pound vehicle.
And potentially even more depending on the load.
Like,
man.
yeah, it's like, and that it don't act like a car does. Like that's the thing is those trucks should not be going over 70 miles an hour.
That culture's going away, dude.
It is.
It's going to be gone.
But that's like, well,
Automation.
So that,
Yes.
well, I still think because it's a huge, like the economy would crumble.
Rage Against
Yeah,
the Machine.
if they all lost
You'd
their
have to
jobs.
provide the.
It's what it's going to
That
be is a
income,
human
basically.
assist. It's going to be a human assist where a human has to be behind the wheel.
There'll always still be some sort of trucking. Like look at trains. Trains didn't go away, and it's like the oldest form of transportation
This
other
is
than
also
the horse.
well. That's also why we don't have high speed rail in this country, because it would also put the truckers out of business.
Yeah, but aren't there a lot of like truckers that are independent, like contractor type
not
deals?
as,
Big owner-operators,
not
yeah.
not as many as you think, but it is becoming. You can make a living that way, but you have to be
Nookums. Basically, that's what she does for a living. She's a not a truck driver, but
Oh, I was going to say I wouldn't trust her behind the wheel semi.
no. So she does the like logistics and the dispatch for the trucking company. So she gets a lot of people. Like if she told me right now, if I had a truck,
she bids.
She
out,
can give me
bids out-
jobs.
She bids out loads.
Yeah, like she could give me a job. Even with my truck, I've had a big enough trailer, and depending on the load, I can go and take loads and do them as a owner operator.
And as a bottom,
A power bottom, but irrelevant.
a power operator.
Power operator.
So there would still be jobs that would exist within trucking, but I think like the major shit from Amazon that's going from one end of the country to the other, you're going to see that automated.
Well,
I agree.
To your point, there would be a person that would probably have to be in there, but it would be more of like a service tech.
Oh, yeah, a flight
So-
mechanic.
So what I'm saying is, it's such a huge part of the economy. If those people lost their jobs, the economy would implode.
I get that, but keep in
it
mind,
would we would have a huge.
you just
recession.
can't do it all at once. That's the problem. Because
That's
listen,
what I'm saying. You have to phase shit in.
oh, the poor candle maker when Edison had his light bulb invented. You know what I mean? Like there will always be someone that gets fucked because of innovation.
What
and
if you
technology.
grandfathered them in? You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, hey, all the truckers from this point forward,
a
you can
great
finish out your life. But you're going to have to figure something else out.
a great example of this is Uber. So all the taxi cabs,
They're pissed.
That's what I'm saying. This is a big, like, they had to come to an agreement with the taxi cab unions and shit, because you would literally put a whole
Right.
plethora of people out of jobs, and that would shit tank the economy. Like
Even
there's a give and take.
sure,
You know.
Even a better example: toll booth operators.
Yeah. Well, that's all. That's gone now.
That's what I mean. So they basically said like, hey,
they did have a union, I believe, at one point in time, or they were.
I'm sure they did. Yeah. But they dragged them on long enough because it was coming. Like you said, it wasn't just like overnight. Hey, guess what? We have this technology. Bye. It was more or less, hey, we're gonna filter out. Some people are going, but we're letting you all know this is going to disappear. Blah 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 blah. Now look what you got. Toll by plate, right?
I bet you they could just buy them out.
Kind of, yeah. Absolutely. I guess depending too how long you've been there, who's
Your
worth what
contract,
for the buyout.
What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
pension worth?
Yeah. Or I doubt. Well, maybe some of those guys did. Probably a lot of them did, but many probably didn't. Depending on the operator who you worked for, didn't even have pensions or any of that. Pensions are a thing of the past unless you're a government worker now. Forget about it.
I got a pension
Do you really?
for violence.
Get the fuck out of here. That's why I'm trying to,
It's not
get
the same word.
my federal agent.
Penchant.
No, it's a pension.
Is it a pension? It's
No,
a
but
penchant.
that was the play on the word. It's a pension for violence instead of a pendant or penchant. I think is how it's pronounced. Is a play on words.
penchant.
I tried to make a joke, but it landed. Ken got it, but
I got it. I got it.
it landed. I'm just saying, it crash landed, but it landed.
There it is.
Got him.
In the river, like that plane, allegedly.
Can
And also-
explain these fucking suits, man.
The boiler suits.
Yeah, explain this.
Well,
thing.
actually, as a matter of fact, Neil got these for the YINZBOYZ evenings or the man nights or whatever.
It's general purpose.
Yeah, so this is like your standard. I mean, it could be. They don't use these on flight lines, but this is like your like boy.
It's a standard like coverall, like a
It's standard issue. It's still.
This is just some standard gay shit that we're gonna do afterwards. It's all part of the.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of the stuff that we're gonna do.
Yeah, it's. I don't even know how to explain it. They're just a standard issue.
No, I'm
coverall.
into it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so one of my resolutions for 2025 is to give up gay porn. It's really bad.
Why would you give that up?
Ken could never.
See,
You should give that up, but
I've been looking into Christianity a lot.
give into futa fantasy. You need to look into that. Don't look into that.
Ken is obsessed with this. He keeps bringing it up.
There's nothing. By the way, I'm a big fan of Christianity,
Keeps bringing it up.
Oh, me too.
but
Yeah, no, dude.
futa stuff is
I'm all
far
down
from
for Christ.
Christianity.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas
Absolutely.
is coming up.
That-
I'm all
yeah.
about it.
Absolutely.
I got the feeling.
Happy holidays.
Ken, you got the feeling too. I think our homes are similar in the sense that they're both very
Christmassy.
Christmassy, dude.
Yeah. Happy haunted days.
Awesome. It's great.
I love it. Yeah, I really do. I mean, this is all jokes set aside. Something about this time of year that it does bring great joy, whether it's in your own mind that you create yourself, or if it's just everyone collectively has a thought or a feeling. I don't know. Something about it just feels warm.
Definitely. Spread the love.
That's
It's
it.
that time of season.
I agree.
You know, right now, fractured country. Is it though?
No.
I think people are cool.
Yeah. well,
At least where I'm at.
Yeah.
I think more, people are more aligned than they really think they are. This
Yeah.
is why, like, okay, look at this. To bring people together, this guy that killed the CEO. There's people on all sides of the aisle cheering for the dude, which I don't necessarily agree with.
No, we talked about it
When you
last
say
week.
necessarily. What does that mean?
Because so look
Like
at this.
there's the gray area.
So look at this company. Okay, they deny. It's like 32.
It's very nuanced. I understand.
32% of the claims they deny, and it's the industry standard is like 15. So it's like this
It's
is
almost warranted. I hate to say that word.
No,
Oh shit!
no.
Oh no!
but you
man,
can-
you
if-
can't be happy that guy died. He was a dad.
Absolutely.
Well,
And so
hold on.
That's
all
the
right,
most-
this is perfect. All right, go ahead.
That's the most ironic part about this is I don't know. This guy's allegedly like went to college, like came from this small farm town, built himself up
Word.
allegedly to become CEO, and then he
Okay.
gets blasted.
The way I look
Like
at
it's
it,
ironic that like these people that are talking about like the common man and whatnot, like this dude is like a prime example of like capitalism and like
but
cream rose to the top and then got
it may have been unlucky person and unlucky place and time, but my
it was planned, 100% planned.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Like
I'm sorry. I got it before and I forgot about it. But you're right.
what?
It is a setup. The guy was killed for a certain reason. It seems.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
There's
And
something.
then there
like-
was a bad setup.
Well, no, it's a patsy shooter. We MK Ultra some kid who's all fucked up.
I didn't know if I was not going to go that route, but
Oh well, no, I'm
possible.
I know. I'm just like I said. This is all conjecture. There's no basis in fact. You know.
Listen, my hot take, just to get it out there on the table, because, and I've argued with some people at work about this too. I will never, and let me say this first, I will never praise the loss of a human life.
Yeah.
You understand that? Like, because I
know
truly
you wouldn't,
believe,
Ken.
yeah, it's not the type
I
of
know
guy
you
I am.
wouldn't.
And then the phrase, though, I try to use, which it out of context sounds terrible, but sometimes you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. I think our health care system is broken. I think that man particularly is directly responsible for loss of human life.
But so is everybody.
Yeah, you're absolutely
by
yes,
proxy.
Yeah,
It doesn't
100%.
matter.
Yep. But I am not. Again, I am not condoning, and I am not saying that I'm happy this happened. I'm more aroused at the fact that there is someone that is happy, or there's someone that's doing something that is something's got to change in the system, and how else better? Like, revolution doesn't start with us, shaking hands and drinking beer and say, "Yeah, we'll figure this out." There's people die, and I'm not.
You're not wrong. There's a time to. Okay, if your life, but so this is the thing is, this dude's life wasn't like, Luigi, what's his face? Like his life was in danger. Like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't, and like that's the thing is, it's not like he was. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't. He wasn't. He wasn't even insured by this company,
right?
So,
yeah.
Like,
so it may not even be.
Member, but
yeah.
like it's one of those things. Like, bro, your life was not in danger. Like.
Right.
There's no justice.
There was no personal vendetta for him. So
no, there may have been. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I guess.
No, you could say if you read the manifesto that they found,
if it's even his.
I don't think he wrote the manifesto.
We just found him with the gun and the suppressor and all this shit. Like,
yeah, he fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
With his family, right? Like he just disappeared. The MK Ultra thing totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That, like I said, it's and then look at his weird outbursts, like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Court and shit, and like, I don't know. Dude just seems fucked up.
So then the government would then be behind it.
Yes.
For what reason?
Well, no.
I
Like I
believe
said,
that.
this was that insider trading thing I was saying.
False flag, man.
No, insider trading. This dude was going to testify to Congress because Trump is in office now.
Okay.
So they're going to crack down on this.
Oh yeah.
Potentially.
I believe that. Yeah, I can believe that.
Like there's something coming down the pike, and he was going to have to testify.
I still think
they killed him.
I still think more or less that it was well, I say false flag, but what I mean is just more way to create division, because it's such a hot button topic when they start putting out the narrative that, well, it's a healthcare a CEO, and everyone knows that healthcare system is broken in the United States, so we know there's going to be banter, and
it also could easily be a psyop. Like this dude was never killed. Like
that possibly
these were blanks. Like, and he like there could be a million fucking ways you could take it. Like
the footage does look quite dramatic.
It sure does.
Yeah. But bro, and we were talking about they faked the moon landing, dude. Like they could fucking. It's not fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, that was
to do this shit.
60. What was that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have this grainy video of. It's like the same thing with like the Trump shooter. It was like everybody saw him up there. Everybody saw him up there, and then like, oh, he just happened to fucking shoot the president. Like,
how is no one interested in that at all?
That's
like,
what I'm. Because his house was now it's gone.
His house was professionally scrubbed.
24-hour news media cycle,
all
man.
Gone.
And it's the same thing. You could say MK Ultra there. Like, I think he was really a patsy. I think somebody else tried to kill Trump, and they were gonna. We talked about this in the pod, but
to go back to your angle real quick before I forget it, because I'm a compassionate man like you are, father, like you said, kids, right?
Yeah.
That to me, and you put yourself in someone else's shoes.
It's fucked up.
That is so fucked up. However, you got to think there's a lot of evil people that have kids and wives and families,
Very true.
All this stuff. So that's just me being a contrarian naturally, naturally. I just like that jib jab and that banter and the devil's advocate sort of thing. But I mean, Hitler had a banging wife. You know what I mean? And
was she? I thought wasn't that her cousin? His cousin?
That's still hot. Either way,
it makes it hotter.
Yeah. Either way, what I'm trying to say is Hitler was a baby, a cute little baby that was doing this. Like
he got rejected from art school. That's what really.
Yeah. You just gotta. Well, not you in particularly, but like perspective of everything on the minuscule level versus the universe, and nothing fucking matters down to everything matters. And you pick this the lewd part of the spectrum or scale that you're on. You know what I mean? Just how I see it. It makes sense.
I like it. No, it totally makes sense to me.
Yeah, sure, dude.
I still value human life
I've been
more
down
than
that road many times.
Yeah. Like the human life to me is ultimately super important. So me, I'm contracting or whatever the fucking word is. I don't
He's
know.
contracted AIDS.
I've contracted AIDS and I've fallen ill and I have to leave this podcast. Either way, like I don't know. It could go either direction. I'm just trying to be contrarian.
I like the wild takes, and I would love it if we found out that it was all wild takes.
Yeah, right.
It was all a big veil.
Well, no, so like
that they pulled.
that's part of the podcast is we try to be a little edgy, you know. But at the end of the day, like you have to let's bring it back to reality here.
We're all just talking shit.
Yeah,
we are,
You,
and
we're all
you
just
can't,
talking
you
shit.
can't we cannot just start gunning people down.
We can't do it
unless unless it's just like legitimately justify like your life's in danger.
Yeah.
Like,
So Ken, my response would be, is that feeling that yeah, stick one to the man. Like I get it, I understand it,
Sure.
but that glorification of it is going to inspire other people.
this is why
Yeah.
the president got fucking shot, dude.
Yeah.
It's the
True.
division that they try to create.
But that inspiration that you speak of is the same thing that got us this country we're in. You know what I mean? Because people had to fucking say, "Look, man, I'm done with your shit. I'm
Okay,
done,
I get
man."
it.
Revolution doesn't start again with
That's what Canada should be fucking doing right now.
Well,
Are you up to speed on Canada?
oh yeah,
I am not.
They're taking all their guns.
Yeah, man, that's unfortunate.
We talked about it a little bit on the one. I think I don't. It's the one that fuck. The one we didn't release.
I'll do it too, dude.
Who cares, man? You can bring it
Jeb.
back up.
No, but it's they're-
I'm probably bringing it up just by being in here.
well, no, because you're a big gun guy now. So like,
I am. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
converted me
That's good.
in more than one way, boy.
well, good. I mean, like I said, it's something that I think everybody should. It's your right as an American. Like if you actually understand like what this country is founded on, the ideas and like the principles behind it, it's the best country in the world. Like it really is. Like this is the.
It's pretty fucked up now, but you're right. It still is.
Absolutely.
I'd still rather be here than anywhere else in the world.
It's been
anywhere.
It's been bastardized, obviously, since its inception. But we still arguably are the greatest country in the world.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, and we're the most
100%.
free, quote unquote.
Sure.
I'm all
There's a lot of
about-
red tape, but yeah,
But you can still own a gun.
you can. You start a business.
Yeah,
right?
you can do whatever.
Dude, it's all about culture. It's American culture.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think it is superior. And I do believe that there is a American superiority. And when it comes to culture, and the thing is, I'm all for like immigration, right? All for it.
Same.
Love to bring people in.
Well,
I just want them to assimilate.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Carve a fucking pumpkin on Halloween. Bake a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving.
See,
Set off some fireworks on the 4th of July.
that's not even a requirement for me, dude.
Be cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's you don't have to. I would say try to speak the language.
100%.
To me, that's pretty big.
No, I think that's pretty big.
Yeah, that's basic.
Try to speak the language. I'm not going to say you have to be completely fluent.
Not at all. No.
But and then you have to follow the laws
That's above language. That's above everything else. Is the
Yeah.
law.
because it's true. Like in a lot of these other countries, like
And social laws, too, in my opinion.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the other thing is like beating your wife is
Based.
pretty commonplace in a lot of like third world countries where some of these people are coming from. Like
Sure.
shit like that, like domestic violence, like stuff. Bro, you'll get your ass thrown in jail.
Sharia law type shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't like.
No, fuck no. And like now Europe's fucked.
There's going to be
They're totally fucked.
there's going to be a cultural revolution in Europe at some point in time.
There's going to have to be war in the street. And guess what? They don't have any guns.
If this is the if you look at France, bro, and the protests that happen in France all the time, like bro, people, if they had guns, it would be a much different story, I think, in that country.
Yeah.
A lot of those countries over there.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
It's like look at all those protests and shit. They don't show it on the news. That's the other thing. Is like
Well, no, 'cause
It's-
that's going to drive a narrative.
That's why they want to get rid of TikTok too.
exactly. It's the same thing. It's they can't control it. We can't control the narrative.
You've got a good take on European culture, at least a little bit, because you've been and I haven't.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
So that's what I mean is like you know almost better than us as
Not
far
really. It's very limited as well. It was just
Yeah.
one country and
It's
like two cities.
But still,
well, 3 cities.
But what I mean is, when you go over there, were you more of an outsider to the point where they treat you kind of like a little bit like shit because you don't know the language, right? You don't.
In Prague, yeah, but like in Brno, it was fucking rad because they don't get many tourists. So like you flash an American passport and you got an accent and you're speaking English, you're awesome. And we were
Interesting.
playing music too.
You're getting your dick
So
sucked.
it was fucking. I ran across a couple girls who the conversation that they had about it's a different. Sexuality is treated very differently over there. It's very different. Like the masculine at that time that I was there in like 2005, it was like masculinity was like that's where it was.
Powerful.
And the dudes didn't wear deodorant. They fucking the more they stunk, the better. Dudes who didn't stink as much would loan shirts or would borrow shirts from dudes who would
Really?
stink and then go out on like Friday, Saturday nights. Those motherfuckers stunk like
Savage. Just like
those
animals.
women were gorgeous.
I could make a killing out there. Dude.
It was unreal.
I stink.
Okay, well then I'm telling you,
I'm gonna head over there right now. Dude, I'm gonna catch a flight.
I still wore deodorant. I still did all that shit. Very intimidating to be over there, man.
I
Very
believe it.
I was an intimidated kid. I was still a child.
That's what I'm saying. You were a young man.
And no, I didn't take advantage of the
casual sexuality.
yeah, the ladies. I didn't take that in. I can tell you that they were gorgeous, and the best looking ones were all with very older men.
And stinky.
Smart.
And smelly.
Stinkiest ones. The stinkiest men. The
Different
highest
culture.
class.
And that's when I found out that like other countries didn't circumcise. Because they had fucking I don't know if I talked about this last one, but they had bidets in the front, and I remember asking
Interesting.
fucking Yerka. I'm like, Yerka, what the fuck are those for? And he said, to wash out your dick.
Why? My dick's clean
it's
as
like,
fuck.
what are you talking? He's like,
No,
yeah, you know,
if you
like to
pee.
wash the cheese out. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Yerka?
If you piss and your foreskin is like over your dick, like you got to clean that out.
Yeah. Well, and he was saying that it stinks, and then he went on to this whole thing where he knows friends that are like getting it done. He's like,
they're getting
they're getting circumcised.
That's a procedure over there. That's cool. Yeah.
But
should
yeah,
be-
that's an American and a Jewish thing.
For sure.
Well, it should-
And I
100%.
didn't know that when I went over there.
It should be that way though. Like I'm not gonna if I have a boy, like I'm not gonna circumcise him. Yeah.
I rolled the dice and did for both mine just because that's
I'm not gonna tell
that's
you.
my style. And
not-
like
yeah.
I'm
the
not gonna-
wife was like,
Makes a
"Gotta
pretty
do it.
cock. It
Gotta
makes
do
a pretty cock, you
Gotta
know?
do it.
Unless they botch it like they did Ken's and
Lost half my cock. I used to be 8
it's
inches.
2 inches now.
Yeah, fucked.
It's
No,
a terrible feeling when they roll them back, man.
That is allegedly. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Well, one day if you do, it's a terrible feeling.
If I grow mine back,
It's that moment where they take them and it's like, all right, we're taking them for circumcision. And you're just like in fucking purgatory. You're like, oh my God, just waiting for him to come back, hoping everything goes okay.
I think there's not good scientific studies on it because they don't want it to be studied. But the childhood trauma that it allegedly causes.
That's true. But it's actually a fact. Do you know that circumcisions will prevent X amount? I forgot the
Yeah, yeah.
percentage
There
of
is.
STDs and
Absolutely.
other. There
Absolutely.
actually is a
There's
health
legitimate-
benefit to it.
Absolutely.
Not much though, but there is.
But what I'm saying is there's legit there's science out there that's been suppressed. That
As far as the trauma, yeah.
Yeah,
Why do you
yeah.
think I'm like
For
highly
development.
autistic and anxiety ridden?
It is. I'm not even kidding. Like it's a real thing. Like early childhood trauma is a very real thing.
Cut your cock when you don't even know what the world is. You don't know nothing. All you know is you come out and you're like, oh, this is a weird ass place. My dick. And then you just get fucking snipped. You're like an alien, dude, that comes out and gets fucking, you know?
Regardless, like I said, I'm saying this is.
Thanks a lot, Ken.
I'm saying this is.
Thanks a lot,
I'm saying
Neil.
this is a man who's circumcised. You know.
Yeah,
like,
we're all circumcised, I think. Let me see your
I don't
cock.
know.
Pull your cock out.
No.
Ken's seen the tip of my, well, he's seen my dick, unfortunately.
I enjoyed it.
I learned that in the last episode.
You know, unfortunately. And then he showed his wife. It was
No, I didn't.
a mistake.
No, I didn't show anybody.
mistake.
I don't even have it.
He has it bookmarked on his phone
I have it on
his hard drive.
10 different hard drives, a couple safe ones here in case you find the.
And then he's got hard copies
Yeah.
printed out, laminated. You know, they're a little sticky.
That's on cardstock. I have it. It's nice.
Oh,
So you had some dudes on that Ped Patrol, right?
Badass, right?
yeah.
And,
What a badass episode.
I saw
Very
I saw one of their shorts. It was they caught an illegal alien in Cranberry.
oh yeah.
Ooh.
Illegal
Pretty
yeah.
pretty hot.
I think we were privy to that. Didn't they tell us they were doing it that night when they were on?
Well, no. They said they were, they said they do some stuff, but I don't know really what they do.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
how old are these kids?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Couldn't tell you.
we have to speak
tell you.
in
Could not tell you.
safe terms. Yeah, I don't know much about what they
Well,
do.
they're on fucking Instagram with their faces shown.
Sure,
So, I
we
feel
just don't want to be accessories or promote or do any.
I
Oh, yeah,
I can't
no.
condone anything.
I'm not condoning it.
know.
I'm just observing it and
Sure.
telling you what I think.
Yep. Yep.
Allegedly, what I saw.
What I saw. Just
Allegedly.
I'm being
Allegedly.
journalistic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they have a good time, man. They really mess with those dudes.
Yep.
And it's got to be interesting because they could totally pass for whatever age. Like, I think it was like a 15-year-old boy that the one guy was coming to like meet up with, and like the dudes look young.
Yeah, it's a little old.
I appreciate what they're doing to
Me
a certain
too.
extent. Like it needs to be exposed, and I think it's cool. More power to you boys. I liked your videos.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
job.
yeah.
I'm just saying, you guys look young.
Well, it's the only way they can pull this off
Don't
right
get
now.
yourself
so
in
it's good.
trouble, dude. Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself into a situation that you're getting yourself into situations where things can go wrong. That please prepare yourself for a situation like that.
Oh yeah.
Because if you keep doing it, it could happen.
They're doing the Lord's work, and I hate to see you get cut short because of some of these degenerate subhumans.
Right. So just
You're not wrong. I mean,
be armed.
well, no. So I think I would love to see him partner with law enforcement.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be pretty based.
But illegal alien, huh? I guess they are around here, huh?
They're
I see
all
them going
everywhere,
I see
man.
them going in and out of the laundromat.
They're all over.
You know what I mean?
man.
We talked we're in a good city where we live for everything, and we're one of those cities where a lot of those immigrants
Well, it is.
shipped.
It is a sanctuary city. It is. Pittsburgh is a sanctuary city.
Is it?
This is a sanctuary studio
Well,
for the people
for
that
beers.
So what do we got? What do we got? He was a Venezuelan. I know we got some Guatemalans. There's some Guatemalans.
Generally, the South Americans are pretty short.
Yeah.
I worked
there.
with a bunch of them.
You do?
Yeah, I did.
Right
I
on.
did.
Okay,
yeah.
so check it out. My experience is they kind of keep to themselves, and I actually was able to talk to some people who have been on the inside of some of these houses, or one of these houses, and said that they do participate in like Halloween and Thanksgiving, and they shoot
That's
off
cool.
fireworks and stuff. And
Oh no.
so they seem to be like they're all right people. And hey, I can only assume, but I think there's three families living in this house.
Absolutely.
That happens a lot, yep.
We've discussed this. So
But they're cool.
immigration, like most of these people are probably good people. The majority are probably good people. And it's one of those things that we should have a system in place that allows people to come to this country legally. And become a citizen or be whatever.
I encourage you. We talked about it as a callback. We
pay
talked about it earlier. Like, I
taxes.
want people to come here.
Yeah,
But we can't let too many people in because then we're undercutting labor and we're
can't pay them under the table.
That's what I'm saying.
These
You
people
can't-
are cool, but we can't pay them under
you're,
the table.
You're deflating wages, and that's what incentivizes corporations
Yeah.
to hire these people because it's cheaper on the bottom line, and it depresses the wages of everybody else. If you can get cheap, you're diluting the labor market.
That's why I'm conflicted when I see them, dude. You know what I mean?
It's terrible. Like I said, it's a bad situation all around, but they have to go back.
Here's the thing is,
Trump,
we're descendants. At least I can speak for myself. Well,
Me
I'm a
too.
descendant of immigration, right?
I'm third generation.
Same.
you were on a boat for 10 weeks coming over.
Yeah.
No, it was-
You got sick on the boat.
it
You
was
had to
about-
wait back on the boat,
I
get
think-
off at Ellis Island, and say no.
I think it was 5 or 6 days.
Either way, so we did it, but I don't speak.
Whoa,
me.
5 or 6 days. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No way.
Back in the day? Oh yeah.
I don't know, dude, about
Big
that.
steamship?
but I don't know.
During Ellis Island.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right.
Either way, what I mean
I bet,
is that
bet.
What about from Italy?
Well, they didn't sail from Italy. They crossed the land to then sail.
Where'd they cross land at? I should
Italy's
know this.
connected to Europe, dude.
So the Italians, they went north.
Well, and north and west.
Is that because of jet streams?
No. Because you wouldn't. There's port cities. Like there's probably not a lot of ships coming out. I'm sure there's some, but I'm sure it was easier to go somewhere else to then like.
Well, yeah, there's 2 ports in the United
There's
States.
major trading ports and
yeah, like New York City is one of them.
Like,
Los Angeles, right? Like these big port cities.
That's what I'm saying.
Or San Francisco, rather. I think is the other one.
Yeah. Anywhere on the coast, you know.
But there's 2 majors.
Like
I think
Boston.
to your argument is that if I order something from China, like something big machinery, whatever that comes over in the boat, I have to go to New York to pick it up. I
Yeah.
can't go to Hatteras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It'd be funny if you could.
yeah, right. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to make, dude, is that my family immigrated, so did yours, and I'm not saying bring them all over. All I'm saying is that we came here, we worked hard, we knew that there was a boom in the steel industry, so we got in, we wanted to work and have a better life, and we assimilated.
Now we can't get rid of them.
Now here, here,
Monkey sloth.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, I think the big problem that you see is in the major cities where they're letting them get away with so many crimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like you look at these people who commit like terrible crimes and find out they've been arrested 43 times prior to that in the last couple of years.
Makes you want to go out.
Never fucking locked up,
Bro.
And then they went out and hurt someone else.
It makes you want to go out and do your vigilante shit.
The fuck? Well, okay, so hear me out on this. Do you guys talk about Daniel Penny at all?
No,
no.
we haven't talked about him yet.
All right. Well, Jesus Lord, please tell me, like that guy, you can't feel any remorse for that fellow who, well, besides that he probably had issues mentally, right? But
So-
he had committed so many crimes before that. I think it was over 40.
34, I believe.
34. All right.
But
Right on. I went dyslexic with it.
I'm a little I'm not conflicted, but I am a little bit.
let's
not
fight.
conflicted. It's not. No, it's not a fight. So
I want to.
obviously, I don't think the guy's.
fight.
I don't think the guy's guilty of anything.
No.
But putting somebody in a chokehold for 6 minutes,
Yeah, fuck that dude.
you can't. I can't.
He was still breathing, bro.
Bro.
He was still alive when the cops got there.
It's one of those things.
George Floyd, dude?
I'm going to try to subdue somebody.
No,
and
this other dude.
No.
I'm going to subdue somebody, but like, I don't know. It's conflict. I wasn't there. I don't know. Like, I can't say what I would have done in that situation.
He fractured an old lady's skull, bro.
Oh, yeah, well, like I said, I'm not dismissing. Like, you have to restrain this man. Absolutely.
I think God works in mysterious ways.
No, I'm not. Like I said, if it's the funniest thing about it is there's Reddit posts of people in New York, like this crazy Michael Jackson impersonator threatened me. There's literally hundreds of posts like that, which is crazy. We talk about how the guy's like obviously fucked up, had a huge rap sheet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it's one of those things. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I can't. The guy's not guilty. You know what I mean? But I'm armchair quarterbacking here. You know, like I wouldn't. I might have done even worse in that situation. I don't know.
I would say that I think that sort of behavior should be encouraged.
To some degree, but then you get into the like, you cannot be judge, jury, and executioner in the street.
He didn't execute.
No, like
He subdued.
Like I said, that's what. But what I'm saying is, but then you get into that conversation of oh well, then if I had a gun, I just blasted him. Like legally, you'd probably be in the clear, but not in New York. This is the other thing is like the jurisdiction this happened in,
Right.
from a legality.
So I kind of want to take Bill's side on this only because of
no, I'm not. We're all in agreement.
No, we're fighting.
No. Like I
Nope.
said, I'm just. I don't
You fucking
think,
hate that guy.
No,
You
no,
were
no.
pissed off.
Absolutely,
Totally
not.
weird how it happened too. So like it was the first time this had ever happened, where the jury came back and they're like, "We're
Split.
deadlocked.
Yeah, split.
We're deadlocked." And he's like, "Okay, let's throw out this top charge and
Yeah, they
let's
fucked
send him
up.
back with this lesser charge. This has
fucked
never
up.
been done before, but
They
here, let's
fucked
try and
up.
find this guy guilty of something."
This is the thing where prosecutors fuck up. Like if they would have charged, if it was manslaughter, he probably would have got convicted. But because it was murder, like you can't charge somebody with murder for some shit like that. Like that was not premeditated. What happened? There's no way.
True.
Like this is prosecutors. You have to charge for this. They fucked up. This is how you know it was like bullshit. Is they tried to throw the book at him when it's a bad strategy from a conviction perspective or a DA perspective.
I see.
If we were still a high trust society right?
This would never happen.
Like the Wild West.
This guy would have got
right?
blasted a long time ago.
That's what I mean.
This
Like
dude would have been the first time he fucked around.
the judge, jury, executioner. You know what I
An
mean?
armed society is a polite society.
That's what I mean.
I'm not
So
disagreeing.
the Wild West sort of thing where, there was street justice.
You police yourself.
And there was that high trust where you trusted that the people were protecting other people. Like, yeah, you had a couple witnesses. Like, it wasn't just one dude, and it did happen, but it wasn't mainly just one dude. It's like, hey, someone said they raped my sister. I'm gonna go kill him. It was like, I need to confirm
not like
this, go, and,
dude.
and then they went out and they took care of it. You know what I mean?
But so your sister said I raped her, but we had consensual sex, and she wanted
Yeah.
to marry me, but I said I didn't want to marry her, and then she fucking said,
No, you're absolutely no,
and
no,
then-
no.
and
You're
then
right.
You guys
Yeah.
come and kill me.
You're right. No. You're absolutely
That's
right.
not how you can't.
That's why it needs to be like
That's why the vigilante justice to me is like, it needs to happen, but I can't condone it. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I can't condone it.
We just don't live in a world anymore where it can happen. There used to be a
Yes.
place where it, again, in that high trust society,
It was necessary.
it had to be that way.
I'm not talking about like feud type shit or like
no,
revenge.
no.
I'm talking about in the heat of the moment, people
Absolutely.
fucking
Yeah,
around
yeah.
and immediately finding out.
Yeah,
And then all
Yeah.
those people who usually get away, because these people have been getting away with fucking around with people for a really long time, so it just emboldens them.
Exactly.
So now it comes to the point where it's like, all right,
this is.
Yeah.
But so the other thing
it'll calm shit down.
is.
Yeah.
I think part of that is we've closed all the mental institutions.
Yeah.
There's no like where do you all the homeless people who are mentally ill? Like, what do you do with these people?
Okay, so we have
Like it's
check the numbers on this, but we had, I believe it was in a 4-year period. It was like between 2018 to 2023. We had over $500 billion lost and unaccounted for fraud. The U.S. government acknowledges that we have
fraud.
Yeah, $500 billion just gone fraud, and I don't. That's not counting the shit that they found at the Pentagon. You remember that number that was crazy?
well,
Like every year.
2.3 trillion, but yeah.
Yeah.
But who's counting?
I'm not, and they're not either.
So don't you think that we could have basic social shit?
this is-
you know
this-
what
yeah,
I mean?
this is- right.
Just to shut fucking progressives up.
Yeah.
This
You know
is-
what I mean? Like we should have like, sorry, progressives. I didn't mean that like that.
No, this is the problem. Is we have a government that it's we're playing you all against each other, so we can enrich ourselves and slowly, isolate ourselves. And you guys, I mean, we'll eventually just release some sort of bioweapon that kills you all, and we're going to be in our bunkers.
One of the videos that I saw with that drone thing was like, look, he's spraying shit.
Spraying shit. Yeah, so that's
Spraying stuff.
We've talked about this on the podcast, bro. If terrorists, this is fucked up to say it, but I'm going to say it because it's a great idea. If you got a drone, put a bunch of carfentanil in it, aerosolized it somehow, went over a very crowded event, like a football game or something, and
Oh yeah.
sprayed people down. You could really kill a lot of people, and it's fucked up.
Don't be giving people ideas and
That's
shit,
what I'm
man.
saying. Well, no, it's a great idea. Put a patent on that.
Oh my God, that'd be fucked up. It's like, we heard it from YINZBOYZ. We got the idea from YINZBOYZ. We flew over the stadium. He was right.
Really make us blow up.
Detroit has been playing great this year. We went to Detroit game.
Like I
Release the carfentanil.
But it's one of those things like, bro, there's a million ways you could easily kill a bunch of people. But
Sure.
why doesn't it happen? Because I don't know.
I don't know, why does not the average person just go out and just fucking mow people down? It's because,
Bro, I got one.
Let's hear it, yeah.
Okay, so the deadliest school shooting that we've had this year. 2 children, 2 adults. That's the deadliest school shooting that we had this year.
I'm surprised because election year they normally
Dude,
jack that shit
and
up.
please check me in the comments if I'm completely wrong. But if you look this shit up, I think it was in like the last one was in Louisiana or one of those fucking southern states. You remember this?
yeah, I just hate hearing about it. That
It's
shit
fucking
pisses me
terrible.
off,
No,
but
it's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
terrible.
I can't.
But still, yeah.
I fucking hate it. But that speaks volumes to a
Yeah.
country that has more guns than people.
100%.
Wait, so if you look at the ratio of guns to people, our gun crime rate is pretty fucking low.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the ratio of guns to people and how that correlates to
There will naturally be more gun crimes in other countries because we have more fucking guns. That's how it
Second
works.
Amendment, baby.
Yeah.
so, but look at Paris, for example, in 2012 or 2014, the biggest terrorist attack, like 300 people mowed down in a theater, like
Yeah.
dudes with grenades, AKs, just spraying people down. Like, and that's a country that strict gun laws,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, the big
And knife laws. You know what I mean?
That's a different. Like, you're getting into that, but like, it's one of those things. Like, how did that happen there? And they have the strictest gun laws, but here,
Does France have a version of the First Amendment?
I don't know if they do anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure they have some. They have to have something like that, but it's probably not to the effect of
It's probably a lot of red tape with it. Like you know,
a European country.
Oh no, dude, no, they are fucked. They were the people who tried to. They arrested that one dude of. What was that social media platform they arrested that dude from?
Truth Social.
Not Truth. It was a different one that, like, they said Russians were using for fucking war efforts and.
WhatsApp or
No,
Signal.
Telegrams.
I think it was Signal, dude.
There's
Yeah.
Signal, that was it. Yeah.
Which actually was supposed to be one of the most encrypted messaging services, and they just released it. It's not even safe either. So
well, no, nothing's
nothing's safe. But it probably was one of the safest until it wasn't.
I'm a carrier pigeon man myself.
I don't even know what that is.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh. So my dad, he recently visited. How are we on time, boys? What are we?
We're fine. We can go as long as you want to go, man.
we're good.
All
Yeah.
right. Now, my dad recently visited. Hey, Dad, I love you if you are watching this. I had a beautiful time with you, and thank you for coming and everything. But he's a bit more progressive than I am. A bit more a Marxist, should you say. He'll probably never watch this. But if he does, I love you, Dad. And what were we talking about? What were we just talking about?
Gun laws, terrorist attacks, First Amendment.
Yes. Okay. So First Amendment. This is where, like, we kind of got into it a little bit in sense of that. I was like, hey, Dad, should misinformation be censored? And his brain just, like, it was malfunctioning. And he didn't know what to say. And he was like, it should be illegal to lie. And it's like, who decides what the lies are, Dad?
That's the problem. Yes.
And then he was just like, I know. And it was just a moment of defeat.
Because I mean, anybody can shut them down with that. Anybody, because
Yeah.
there's not right or wrong. There's one answer to that.
Yeah.
It's logic.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I don't want
Yes.
people to be able
Yes.
to lie either, but, like, who decides what the fucking lies are, dude?
Politicians do it all the time.
Right?
It's like, I don't know. You'll never get, it's human nature. Like, at this point, it shouldn't be, but
It's just ingrained. Well, animals do it too. They just don't do it in a verbal way. You know what I mean? Dogs will easily
oh, I know. My dog,
be like, I didn't do that. You
my
can just
dog
tell from their
was-
facial expression.
was
But they
this-
clearly did it.
dude, so like the smartest animal I've ever had. Like, my last dog, dude, it was crazy.
Sasha,
Oh yeah, she would hide.
good girl. She's here.
Dude, she would, like, find something on our walk, hold it in her mouth the entire time until we got back home, like, pretend to eat her food, go over to her bed and, like, try to stash it
Yeah.
and then go back to eat.
It's a version of a lie. It's just a
It's
different,
so
you know what I mean? Like
so
animal,
crazy.
everything, like what's ingrained into creatures to be deceptive, I think,
Well, no,
in
it's
a
just
fashion.
From a survival.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
It's a survival perspective, I think. You know, like I said, there's sometimes it's beneficial to lie. You know, like Ken, you know, he's got a huge hog. It's a
How does
huge-
that benefit you?
Well, it boosts Ken's self-esteem.
Okay.
And therefore it boosts my self-esteem.
Right on. Makes for a better show.
It's a positive feedback loop, you know.
Yeah.
Ken's got a huge hog, my hog's comparatively huge, you know.
I'm not going to talk about my hog. Or
You guys talk about your dicks a lot. The last couple episodes.
Well, it's kind of, I mean, it's important. Well, Ken brought it up.
I didn't bring shit up,
Or,
dude.
you talking
You
about
did bring it up.
I talked about my butthole last time,
Yeah, but he brings that up too. I try not to, but then once we're on the topic, I'll start talking about it. But
but poop is funny, dude.
It sells.
It sells. Scat sells, yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. I had a great moment with my kids. We were fucking rolling, laughing, telling fart stories, man.
Oh, nice.
My boy telling stories like, dude, I couldn't hold it. I was in class and it was one of those slappers. Dude. It sounded like a semi-automatic weapon going off. That's what he said. Like, we were just rolling, laughing about that shit. But it's never not funny.
Listen, I mean, my daughter now, she's 4 years old, and listen, the toots we call them, it's great, dude. She'll do them on purpose, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then look right at you, and she's just like, You like that one? You
Yeah.
laugh? Like, and yes, I do. I love it, but don't, because
No.
you're going to attract a real degenerate
Yeah.
as a man when you get older.
Don't shame your children for their farts.
I was
Yeah.
encourage
Farting.
the humor in that, because
Yeah.
that's a great thing to have for the rest of your life. Is
farting is
laugh at
perfect,
farts.
perfectly natural human bodily function, and it's funny.
We've always said
Farts
before, I'm into ass play, but not like just poops and farts.
and farts.
Yeah.
Just
Other than that, like
for the
nothing
record.
else. No gay
heard,
shit.
I've heard my wife fart twice. Once when giving birth, and then the next when she was in her sleep. And both were such shocking moments because she's so weird about farts.
My wife is too, actually. Yeah.
And
women are. Most women are.
I remember like when she was giving birth, it was like, she's like, I didn't do that. I was like, oh my God.
It's fine. I'm about to see a human leave your body, and you're about to leave a pile of mess on the floor when it comes out. Like,
I
a
watched the
fart's okay.
Did you watch?
Fuck yeah,
I watched
I would
the
never
whole
miss it.
first
I would
one.
never miss it.
I didn't watch any of the second of it there.
He was 1.25 for the rest.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, farts. Like, listen, I'm not saying I don't want my wife walk around and be like, "Mwah." How's that one? Does that stink, motherfucker?
No, you got to be a lady.
Yeah, that's
You don't
right.
want to
yeah.
marry a lady, but
she ain't that kind of lady. You know what I mean?
I do. I do.
But at the same time, I don't want her to
Exactly
suppress
what
it.
that song's about.
I don't want her to be like
blow her bowels up.
Yeah, but like literally, like make yourself sick because like, oh my God, my husband's gonna think I'm disgusting. Dog, I'm gonna give you the downward dog regardless, but just be classy. That's all. I'm not classy, but I'm a man. So like I walk around and I'll let him go, dude, all the time. Just saying.
No, she has trained me. I have some shame in my farts. I'll usually I'll get yelled at for walking into the other room to fart.
See,
like,
that's unacceptable.
I'll get up in the middle of something and like the slightest sigh, she'd be like, "What, you going to fart?" It's like getting shamed.
Well,
So I have to
would you-
sneak past that.
I think you should just start farting right there. On
No,
the spot.
I do in protest, but
That's
like,
what I'm saying. I wouldn't stand for that. I would sit for it.
hey, did you know?
Shit.
Did you know that if you farted and it smells, that you have to poop? If
Is
you
that
fart-
true?
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
If you fart and it doesn't stink, then you're good. It's just gas.
So what happened that episode where you fucking fogged out this room?
I don't recall.
Did you take a huge grumper when you got home?
No.
If you fart and it smells, like when I was growing up and I farted and it smelled, my dad would make me sit on the toilet and take a shit. I'd be like, I don't got to. And he'd be like, yes, you do, motherfucker. And I'd sit down and be that, I'd say like, my dad's full of shit. And then boom, I was full of shit.
Why do you
because I
say
shit.
that? Because like my daughter, when she farts, I'm like, I know you gotta take a dump. She just
Yeah,
does
dude.
motions. She's standing funny and she's just like looking around, like trying to be, casual. Like, but I can see your hands getting clammy. Like I know you got one coming out.
I got more on shit.
Let's hear it.
So check it out. This is going to change your life, viewer. Metamucil. Dude, trust me, 48 hours of that shit and you'll be taking dumps that last maybe 15 seconds and you get it all out and there's no wiping needed
Full
afterwards.
elimination. I
Full
love
elimination. It's just
It's
out and
effective.
then you wipe and nothing. And it's beautiful and your butthole doesn't stink and it doesn't itch. And you're not sitting on the toilet. Like you're actually, I get pissed that I don't get enough time to like play on apps.
I
just started reading this article and I'm already fucking done. So at this point, I'm just sitting there with,
I was talking about poops last week. I'm glad you brought it up. So I've been taking these fucking submarines because of my new diet and like my high fiber intake and all that. Like these fuckers, and they lay a certain way every time. Must be how I'm sitting on the toilet. But they go in directly in the hole. And then they come up out of the water. Like they want to come up out of the fucking like brim. Like they're
What are
so
you
long,
doing,
dude. So like,
I think of that photo of the Loch Ness Monster.
and they stink so bad because they're not submersed. Like that's why the water's there. It's to suppress the smell, and they come up out. And I can't flush them fast enough. I leave a huge grease pile because it smears around the bowl when you flush it. But either way, it's a healthy dump and I love them. And they're great now with the diet. Eat a lot of fiber, like big bulk in your diet. You need it.
Yeah, fiber for sure. Like, yeah, young people are getting colon cancer because of that.
It's a big deal.
Because of no fiber.
No fiber and highly processed foods.
Interesting.
It's killing you, people. Stop eating the processed bullshit.
RFK, baby. Make America healthy again.
2025, the year of health and wealth, boys. Speaking of, Neil, do you have any New Year's resolutions, my man?
Oh,
Definitely. So I have to lose weight, like for sure. Like that's cliche.
So what's your plan on doing that? How are you going to do it? Because I can tell you
diet,
how.
all diet.
All diet.
Yeah, that's really all. That's all I.
90% of losing weight is diet.
You don't have to tell me. So if you don't know, I'll show you pictures of me all cut up. But yeah, well,
Yeah, he was a tiny twink.
yeah.
So you're getting a little defensive right now.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like we're on the same page.
Okay.
We but diet's 90% of how you look.
Yeah, I yo-yo too, dude.
Yeah, it's one of the. But I also drink. Like that's the other part about it.
Oh, you cut that out, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's
It's
a lot
gone.
of calories. It's a lot of calories.
Ever since I did that, I haven't had to worry about anything.
That's so it's a lifestyle thing. It's really balanced. So I used to be really good at it. Only drinking on the weekends and drinking in some moderation, but it's just different levels now. But that's
So in some moderation. So we're talking about like a couple of tall boys a night. Like
no, I don't drink that much.
Really?
No.
You're all right.
I drink. It's Saturdays. I might have like a drink or two during the week. But,
Yeah.
but nothing crazy. It's really the weekends.
I had it real bad. I mean,
Yeah, it's-
I mean, I don't know what the average person, the average drinker would drink on a regular basis, but I know like I was good for a good 6 to 10
A night?
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Well,
no shame in the game,
We
bro.
used to be really bad when we were younger. And
Yeah.
bad influences on each other, but
I'm a weekend guy now too.
we made
That's
it work.
It's super common, dude. People
Oh,
drink.
much
People
more
drink.
common.
You know what
Much-
I mean?
much
People
more
can
common.
handle it. But coming from somebody who's taken drinking really far and functioned very
Yeah,
well.
man.
You can
Impressive.
You can do it.
Yeah, things are pretty good without booze.
Yeah, no,
I did a dry.
no, I get it.
I did a dry January in 2022.
It's
So,
stuck.
Yeah. No, it was 2023. I'm sorry. So this will be 2 years. 2 years in January.
And it just stuck, man. It's just one of those things you liked it.
Yeah. Because you become accustomed to waking up with hangovers. And
You just
that
know how to
sucks.
function with them.
You learn how to function like drinking alcohol. And when you stop drinking alcohol, everything gets easier. And like, there's not much wear and tear on your joints and shit.
This is not good for our brand. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Oh yeah, sorry. dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, there will be a time where I probably will stop drinking.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, for sure.
It will come, but it'll be eventually, and it's going to be a slow thing. I think.
Yeah, and I made a big change too. It's not. I'd love to do that complete cutout. I really would, but right now it's just I get something that weekend to look forward to, and maybe that's a bad way to look at it. Maybe it's an alcoholic mindset, but it's something that
No.
I like. I'm gonna on the weekend I'm gonna get loose, and I have way too many on the weekend. That's fine.
Alcohol is too important to your brand.
Yeah, I can't.
It is
yeah,
like, it's like the listeners need something to relate to. And there's
Well,
not too many people who
maybe
just decide to
it-
jump on the wagon.
It would be cool if we could get a bunch of people to stop drinking.
Oh yeah, for like a sober October, like
Yeah,
Rogan
like,
type deal.
That would be cool. I mean, I'd have to supplement, but yeah.
Hey, we'll find other
Oh
things.
yeah, no, agreed. I mean, if man made it, you shouldn't be doing it, right?
Yeah.
I agree. Well, I mean, man made this.
Shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, you should.
Well,
cut it out
God
for a
could
month.
make this too, because fermented.
That's
things-
true.
He did
Like-
turn water into wine.
So I think alcohol it saved the human race at one point in time.
Yeah,
the blood of Christ.
So it's one of those things. I think, but alcohol used to be also like a 2%, 3%.
That's true. Yeah, because
but
they,
they
were
did-
using airborne yeast.
Yeah, but
it was not getting to the alcoholic level.
They did make some powerful stuff back in the
Oh,
day.
sure,
Don't get me
yeah.
wrong, like some of the wines and shit. But it was all like I don't think it's not like what people drink today. You know what I mean?
but it was used to kind of detoxify the water, was it not?
yes.
Yeah. That's
the
why
whole
actually
thing.
IPAs are born too because of that. There was a like the Trek from India or something. That's why I call it India Pale Ale. I don't have the full facts here, but it's something about trekking alcohol in far distances. If you had a higher alcoholic content, it lasted longer
Yeah.
through the travels. So doing these IPAs, they did like super high ABVs. They stand the trek where they were going because they had no refrigeration, right? They had nothing that could keep it from spoiling, but the higher the ABV, higher alcohol content was able to transport it in different places further, at least from what I read.
Nice, man. Learn something every day.
More of a weight to alcohol ratio type of guy on the IPAs myself.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
You could say the same thing about liquor, but like liquor can sneak up on you.
Liquor in the front, poker in the back.
You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing. Like I try not to drink a lot of liquor because I feel like that's where you can get really blown the fuck out.
Yeah, it's the same thing as doing an extract on weed versus just
exactly,
flour,
exactly.
right?
It's
Yeah,
like to
but
some degree.
That's the alcoholics drink is liquor. And
That's what I'm saying.
speaking from experience, the best one was vodka. It was the cleanest.
I love it.
It left the least
Sting.
shittiness the next day. It was the cleanest one.
Plus, if you filter it, pro alcoholic tip, if you put it through a Brita filter, you get a lot of those mineral toxins out of it. And it's just straight alcohol. Just
Cool.
saying.
Ken just doesn't like flavor.
I don't need flavor.
He's white.
I get the Slav blood in me, dude. I want that. I want the vodkas.
He just
you
wants
know?
the potatoes and the vodka.
I have a. Did I talk about the Ukrainian family in the last one?
I don't think he did.
I don't
Yeah,
think so,
there's
no.
a Ukrainian family that lives in my neighborhood too.
Me too.
That's wild, dude. I got a wild ass, like fucking progressive ass neighborhood, I guess, for Cranberry. I got a Ukrainian family a couple doors down, and then the Guatemalans, who I'm pretty sure there's something going on with them. But yeah,
No doubt.
Gotta say, there were quite a few people who were unhappy about Trump winning. It seems.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can
the
imagine.
Ukrainians I got the intel through the Ukrainian child was that he was pro Kamala, pro the girl. I think that's because of the money that was being sent.
I'm with her.
And then the guats, the guacamoles,
Guats.
them guacamoles were they didn't want to get sent back, but what are you gonna do? And I agree, we
Are
gotta.
they tiny too?
They're very.
Well, I was
tiny,
gonna say
dude.
the guats that I
Oh,
work with
shit.
are very tiny.
So there's like a couple of the kids. Oh gosh, this is hilarious. I hope someone watches this. There's a couple of the kids, and it's they're older than my son, but they look like 2 years younger.
Interesting.
Wild. And it's like, you look at my big Viking boy.
Oh yeah, the Nordic fucking
Yeah, I know.
beast. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what if Derek says he's Lithuanian, and so I assume that Haley, is the same. The Lithuanian, some Czech, and something else that they have. So very.
Scottish.
Oh, okay. So very Eastern European.
Laddie.
And yep.
Laddie Bocek.
So I have the Scot on my side, and obviously the Euro thing. If you can't tell, the Slav thing. I just I belong to a Slav club. What can I say?
He's a lower level one.
Is it really called the Slav Club?
It's called the Slovan.
Well, don't say the
Oh,
exact name.
I'll tell you
Don't say the
off air.
exact name, but it's a
No, we can say it. It doesn't matter. It's a Slavonic social club. It's down in Braddock. What's the matter?
Great. Now you blew up our spot, guy.
No, they can't get
no.
It's members only.
It's members only.
How many members do you accept?
Wow. I don't accept anybody.
You have to
but
do it-
I'll be a witness for you if
you
you,
have to
want to
do it.
join.
What's the exception process? Like, did you have to go through any sort of hazing?
Oh, let's say there's a ritual involved. They had to inspect my house. Mandatory.
I knew
penis
it was your
inspection.
dick. I knew it was going to be your
mandatory
dick.
penis
They said,
inspection.
is it fucking clipped or not?
Oh, that
And
was
as soon
big-
as
that
I
was-
sh-
They made you draw blood
they graded it.
regardless?
No,
Yeah.
they graded it and they fluffed. Well, Ken fluffed it. I didn't ask for that, for the record, but he did it anyways.
Is that a real job, fluffing?
Oh, Ken, ask Ken about it.
I don't know. Of course it is. Of course that's a real
Is
job.
is that seriously a real job?
Yeah,
or
for
is
porn,
that like,
for porn people it is.
no, I don't know. I don't know if I believe fluffing's an actual job.
Somebody's got to do it. It's a dirty job.
Someone in the comments let us know, is fluffing a real job, or
Yeah,
is it like
I think
the
my-
gerbil up the ass for Richard Gere?
Mike Rowe did a thing on it where he went and did it.
The dirty jobs, the fluffer.
It's hard work, but the kids these days, they don't want to do that stuff.
No.
Nobody wants to fluff anymore.
The dude that greases up the the power lifters, you know what I mean?
It's a real blue collar dude, like with a southern accent.
Smoking a cigarette. Fucking,
Someone's got to do it.
it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. He's the best.
Fluffer.
He's the best in the business.
You just got to slap it around a little bit.
His name's like Earl.
Oh, fuck yeah. I hate it, but you know what? Pays.
My daddy's been doing this.
My daddy's daddy, Pappy did it.
Generation fluffer. My grandpa died in a horrible orgy accident.
Fluffing accident.
Somebody busted on him. He got hepatitis and died shortly after. You catch strays in that industry.
That is good stuff.
But yeah, one of my New Year's resolutions, to lose weight.
Yeah, right on. What's yours,
Weave
man?
it back.
I want to cut out on like the impulse buys from Amazon, bro.
They suck, dude.
Dude, I'll get something in my head, And because it's so convenient, especially where I'm at, it's a really convenient area. It's right off of like interstates, highways, and shit. So we get shit real fast, like next day type shit. So something will pop in my head, and I'll look on the Amazon app, and it's just like buy now. It's like sure, it's only $12.15. It's only $12.15. Sure, fuck it, buy it.
Times 100
adds up.
times,
Times multiple times a day. Times should be putting that money into something else.
Yep.
I got this. I downloaded this Acorns app.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
And I started putting money in that.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a good way early, like a beginner investment stuff. If you're not familiar, it's a great app to do that.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I haven't really invested at all.
Yeah, no, then you're in the right place. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yep.
So I'm dumping money into it.
Yeah, man. Right on. Now, there's better platforms and better advisors and money managers, but that's a perfect way to get in the investment
they gave me
world.
an option. It was like, how long do you want to invest? And I'm like, 2-3 years. Like, let's see what it can look like.
Yep.
You know,
they take fractions of your purchases or whatever. And
right.
Then, yeah.
And I'm up all time so far, and I have a reoccurring payment of $100 a week, and it's just like I'm just gonna let
it's going to do this, it's going to do this, and it's going to do this. But at the end of the day, it's going to do this. If your investor's doing it properly.
I paid a little extra so I could invest in the S&P, which seems to always goes up. You know, and it always goes up.
So there's
a trend, a 50-year trend. With
it's more than 50 years.
Wow.
I think it's been around.
Oh, you think it's going down?
No, it's going up.
Is it going down?
No, that's what I'm saying is that the S&P for long term, you can't go wrong.
No, don't say that. Valuations are
going
ridiculous
down.
multiples right now. The stock, it's a bubble. But
yes,
but that doesn't really matter if you're in it for
the S&P's a bubble.
Yes.
Oh no!
In comparison to the price of everything, the average house, et cetera, you look at the S&P to gold, et cetera.
Let us talk you into a little bit of crypto too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Really, crypto is
there's some money to be made.
I've heard that Bitcoin is projected to go $1 million a coin.
Eventually, it will but that's only
so. If you invest now, then you would be tenfold. Then.
Well, hold on, just hear me out.
Pump the brakes, as Neil would say.
The reason why all this is happening is because they're devaluing the currency. That's the whole reason why
they're prepping for a crypto like government currency.
That's what Trump's going to do. This is why they call it crypto. This is why Bitcoin is what it's at now.
And what about Doge, like Department of Government Efficiency?
Those are those are meme coins though. Like don't get hung in the meme coins.
Talk to a girl.
Yeah,
heard about that shit.
So that's like it's the same thing. Like this is all like so. There's
you talked about that.
There's legitimate fucking like good technology in crypto, but which one is it? I don't know.
Yeah, and there's so many. You just got to. It's a crapshoot right now with crypto, but
there will be. It's all what's going to probably happen. It's all going to shit the bed or something. There's going to be a transition from the U.S. dollar to the new U.S. cryptocurrency.
Yep, and then eventually, if we're lucky enough, a global currency.
Well, yeah, that's what it eventually will be.
Really, you think we're on that train?
Absolutely.
Oh man,
it's with a one world currency.
It's a slow train though.
Why
but
do you think Trump got elected? Trump's the crypto president. He's going to usher in that, and people are going to make a lot of money on crypto.
Oh man, you're blowing my mind because I haven't heard this at all. I don't know this take.
This is what's going to happen. He's been talking.
You heard it here first.
This chair of the SEC, former crypto executive, like bro, shit's about to happen, and people are going to make a lot of money, and then everybody's gonna be high on the hog, and then some shit's gonna happen, and it's gonna be we have to do this to bail out the currency and everybody. Like we have to go to this new digital currency for everybody. It's cool. Well,
is that going to happen in 2 years? Because effectively,
no, I would say no.
This is probably 10 years.
Because that's what you can look what Trump has. Trump has 2 years, basically.
No, but the things that Trump can do in his legacy presidency,
he has the full House and Senate though. That's
for 2 years.
But so that's the thing is,
which we're not fans of, by the way.
And there's swampy Republicans who will vote against.
But no, because what's going to happen is, like I said, I just eventually we're going to a digital currency. It's going to happen. How it happens,
your kids' lifetime, they're going to be used to a digital wallet
in our lifetime.
Right, but I'm saying for your kids in particular, my kid, your kids,
hopefully not.
Right, but the way I see it, it's going to be a cashless society for real.
Yeah, dude.
It already is, bro. You use your card for everything.
Yes,
it's
and no.
The same thing.
Not the Slav Club, cash only.
Well, yeah.
Dude, we're going to get to a point where looking down at your phone will be so archaic
Sure.
We're going to merge with technology in some sort of way.
Well, the singularity, dude.
It'll be
Obviously,
it'll be
Kurzweil.
similar to what they're doing with the Neuralink, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's the first step. You'll have
And
some of
you'll-
those. Yeah,
You'll have an app, right? Basically, kind of, you can call it an app, whatever it is. Download it into your head, and then boom, from there. Were we talking about this just now?
yeah, oh, yeah,
Well,
man.
so-
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Everyone can be smart.
Well, yeah, but so they're not going to let that happen.
If the
only
AI doesn't take it,
only
you
the
can't.
wealthy people will get it first.
Well, no,
It'll trickle down.
They already have it, bro. Think of, the government is always 20 to 30 years ahead.
Do you think that's
That's
why?
a
Do you
little
think that's why
steep,
Barron
but
Trump is
no,
like 8
bro.
feet tall?
he probably was a test tube baby.
That's
Not-
what I
not-
think, dude. He's
look at-
so
so-
fucking tall, man.
If you look at all these, no offense to all the Chinese kids that go to CMU, but bro, they're designer babies. I'm not even fucking.
Oh, it's like genetically modified to be smart.
No, well, just like tall. Like I'm telling you, if you look at these Asian kids, it's like it's kind of, it doesn't make sense. Like how did you get?
How does
How-
how does an Asian get tall?
How are you 6'5" and like?
Do they know how to drive yet?
Well, that's a different story. I don't know if they can genetically engineer that. You know, that would be
That's a
miracle.
learned
That would-
trait.
That would be a miracle. I would welcome that. Actually, lower my insurance
Women
rates.
and Asian people, we gotta get them to be able to drive. That's it.
That's never gonna happen.
Oh, I go wild, dude. My morning commute, it's like 12 to 15 minutes, but it's intense, dude. There might as well be like a metal soundtrack in the background because I'm yelling slurs at fucking everybody. Get the fuck out of my way. If you're not going right on red and you're slowing down and shit, get the fuck out. If like in this early morning fucking there's no one on the road, if you're going 25 in the place where people normally go 35, 40, I'm not happy.
No, I don't blame you.
I'm not happy.
Road
So
rage.
I do this weird. I don't road rage. I slow down to a near halt, and then I let them just go way far ahead of me. And I notice you can play a little reverse psychology. So it's like you want to ride their ass. Don't back off noticeably. Like you're going ridiculously slow, and they're like speeding ahead. They'll look down at their thing and they'll go faster. It's some sort of weird psychology thing. I've done it. I've done it a bunch of times.
It works.
It does. Don't ride their ass. Do the exact opposite.
Because
Just
if you
come to a
ride them,
complete stop on
they
the
want to
road.
go fuck you, and then go even harder, slower. If you ride their
Yeah.
ass,
So just
I'm
come to a
following you.
complete
Yeah.
stop. If there's no one behind you, just stop. No, just come to a glide and just stop. They'll notice and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" And they'll go faster. Like I want to get away from him. It's psychology. I don't know. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
That's why I miss the Subaru, because it's just easy to pass. Just
Oh, that little Impreza, man. I'm telling you what. I mean, it's kind of a, fruity car, but I can get around in that thing, dude. And yeah, people get the fuck out of my way. I got my way to work. Get out of my way if you're not turning right on red. If you don't know how to yield, fuck you.
Fuck
if
you.
you're slowing down to anticipate a fucking yellow light, I'll kill you. You know what I mean? And just know that if you are in front of me and I'm driving behind you, I'm yelling slurs.
You have to do what my wife says.
Hard slurs.
And I love my wife for this. So when you're getting to or approaching a stoplight and you want to commit, right? Get through it. When it's yellow, she says it's fucking pink. When an officer pulls you over, it's between yellow and red. You got to get through it, right? So it's
yeah.
like, it was pink, officer. It wasn't
No,
red.
it's-
Because it was in between yellow and
that's
red.
That's technically orange, but yeah. Women, they have a different color scale.
Yeah. Well, you ruined it. Either way, it was a
But
good
no,
thing.
you
I
obviously-
appreciate her.
You always blast through
Blast
the yellow
through.
light. Absolutely.
Every single time. Even sometimes the red lights. Just in
Well,
case.
that's on accident sometimes. There's one time I got pulled over coming back from your house in the 300. I completely blew this red light in the city. Just completely like blew it and got pulled over, and they let me go. They're very nice about it.
If you can turn right on red and people are at a stoplight, and you can still turn right and they're stopped,
I'll give
you
people,
better be fucking going.
I'll give people a little bit of time. Like, okay, maybe you're double checking. Like, cool. I'll let you. do
Maybe you're
that.
checking your TikToks real
Yep.
quick.
Well, no.
What kind of beep? What kind of beep do you give them?
Like little.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You gotta just play with it. Make it playful. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, hey,
Don't give them the.
no,
don't
that's,
do that.
That's the aggressive form.
nope,
That's-
don't do it.
It's reserved. I need to use it sometimes.
Be playful.
Absolutely.
They'll be like, oh, okay.
That's cute.
Okay.
Thanks. Sorry.
Yep.
I wasn't paying attention. Yeah.
lesbians aren't very nice, and you can spot them when they drive, man. Yeah, I've fucked around with a lesbian on the road like a couple times before, and they definitely made it known not to do it again.
How do you know she was a lesbian?
It's pretty obvious.
Because she wasn't attracted to him, obviously.
She looked like me, dude. She got the flannel, the fucking haircut, everything.
Butched up.
Yep, totally.
Maybe it's just an effeminate,
Fucking like hiker stickers in the back of her car.
effeminate young man.
No, it was
A
a
little
woman.
twink like Ken.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, it's gonna be noticeable, dudes. Because like right here on this camera, I'm sitting in between you two, and I feel like I'm kind of sunken in.
Oh well,
So
that's
it's
the couch.
It's gonna look
That's
funny.
the couch. No, because I lean like
I sit up.
I'm shorter than Ken. I'm shorter than you right now, actually.
I just try to aspire to be, the journalist that I want to be. And like, I'm the Walter Cronkite, you know what I mean? Talk about Vietnam and all that stuff.
You don't really got the chutzpah,
I'm not Jewish enough, is what you're trying to say.
Well, I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah.
So legacy media is completely fucked.
Oh, yeah.
It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we are the news now, guys.
Technically.
You're looking at it.
Technically.
No, for real.
Hey, you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Everybody has the
Right.
ability to do a podcast. Everybody does. So we're getting a point of view from the average man, not some fucking powerhouse, conglomerate that decides what the narrative is. Like
Well, I do that. I decide what the
Sure, but so does our neighbor and this guy and whoever else has a podcast. That's why you can now see the average man and what they talk about. I mean, I'm above average, but you know what I'm saying.
I get that. Yeah.
I'm not above average. I'm at average if we're talking about penile length.
Dude, how deep do you think the Epstein Diddy shit goes? How intertwined do you think it is?
It's
It's deep,
It's super deep,
in my
right?
opinion.
standard blackmail operation.
Do you think that Americans would even be able to handle it? Like if it were fully came out and if it's
This
as
is
deep as you think it
the
is?
same thing why they won't release like what happened to JFK and like stuff like that. Like it would undermine the credibility of the government and our 3-letter agencies. Like,
Well, watch what you say, because I'm trying to get into one. Okay,
I didn't-
that's my end goal.
well, I didn't say anything about ends, but yeah, no end goals here. But
Nah, I'm just saying. I'm trying to be a federal agent. Okay,
you're not cut out to be an air marshal, Ken.
I'm not an air marshal. Inspector, FAA inspector.
Yeah, a fluffer.
FAA fluffer.
Micro.
It's fine. I get a pension, motherfucker. I'll fluff all day for a pension.
I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I wouldn't degrade myself like that person.
Well,
I'd be fluffed.
okay. Why not both?
He's swapping out chews in between blows.
Pulling that big beach nut ripper out of there. Yeah, then you got to do the hawk tua or whatever that the country loves right now.
Yeah, see, I don't do
Stupid shit.
I don't do that.
Did you guys talk about the coin?
No.
No. We
Oh
talked
my
about
gosh.
I think we talked about talk to So they're trying to really exploit everything they can out of this girl. And they do a podcast called Talk to
Don't say that. Don't give that
Doesn't
any
matter.
publicity.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
I only heard about the coin
No,
No.
because
standard.
it was a slow.
I didn't hear about that.
Standard pump and dump.
So
yeah.
tell me. Oh yeah, pump and dump cryptos are great. They really are.
Standard pump. She's probably gonna get sued.
Nice.
Yeah, but anyone who lost money in that shit.
Sue me. Sue me.
Well, so but it's the same thing. It's the same thing with all crypto. Like it really, at the end of the day, it's fucking numbers on a screen. It's not real.
Hey, dude, can you tell me if I have to poop or not?
No.
No, I won't though.
Come on, bro.
It's in there, but I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna
Well, I
be.
mean,
I'm-
even if you did, it would be in the suit. You'd have to like let it out.
These are pretty thick.
You know that, man. You've worn these late at night.
Oh, yeah.
You've let
Yeah.
a fart go, and then like
Terrible.
20 minutes later, you move, and it comes
terrible.
out, and you're just like, oh shit.
I wear bibs a lot of work too, and it really insulates the fart. It's terrible.
Sure does. Unless you like it.
You gotta shake them out. You have to shake the fart out of your fucking pant leg. No, I don't like it. No, I mean everybody likes their own flavor.
Oh, you guys remember Italian Oven?
But I know what a Dutch oven
I know
is.
the Dutch oven.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Italian Oven was this shitty fucking restaurant in Butler, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
All right?
yeah. I know exactly. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
long since closed. I was working behind a guy on top of a jet, man. I didn't know it, but he let loose a fucking silent, nasty fart. It went directly in my face. It was
Nice.
110 degrees outside in Vegas, and it hit my face, and it smelt like a dirty restaurant, but like it almost smelled kind of good too. Like there was food there. there. It was like
That's true.
there's food there, but it smells like a dirty restaurant.
Yep,
And
yep.
then like I realized what it was, and I dry heaved. And this motherfucker.
Because you got hungry for a second for
Yeah,
ass.
dude, they fucked with my head. Because I was like, it smells like a good shitty restaurant, and it was just shit. The guy lost his mind, dude. Had a really fun time with it. I was dry heaving though. God,
Dude.
ever happened to you?
Well, bro, I will say that sometimes I fart and I'm like, that's a little bit of the flavor of something that I ate. It's almost a little
You can tell.
tinge of something good in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken is a jinkum connoisseur.
Oh,
That's what he's trying
no.
to say.
So then you know about whiskey shits. Then they have a certain smell, like that Jack Daniels.
Well, John, who's on the podcast for the Mustard Points all the time, can tell you about his grandma's chili that he leaves behind after man nights. He'll send us videos of them. But after a night up here with the whiskey and the beer and all the good things, he'll leave. This is not a grumper. Grumpers to me are the ones I have that come up out of the bowl. But his are. There's no water left in the bowl. It's all chili, and it looks like grandma's chili, like what she would make for you. You know what I mean? On a cold winter day, it's terrible. That's all.
What are we talking about?
Poops and farts,
So,
dude.
so have you taken pictures of your poops?
All the time. You want to see one? Well, I can't. Mine's being recorded. I'll show you after the.
Right on. I do. I also do. Like when.
Of course, I
they're
send them to the
really
boys.
Healthy and just like, man, that's a good looking.
Send me your poop, dude. Maybe take a good one.
I don't
No,
know.
'cause Ken's gonna jerk off.
get
He's
off
gonna
to
jerk
it.
off to it.
That's part of the 2025 thing. I'm getting back on the Metamucil, man. So once I get back on there, I'll let you know.
Metamucil.
Getting back on it.
Yeah, I might start drinking again. I don't know. TBD.
You might stop drinking again. You said.
No, I might stop and then start again.
Oh, stop and start. Right. Yeah.
Pump the brakes, you know.
What's the longest you've gone
Me?
since you started drinking? Yeah.
Oh, I've gone stints of like 6 months.
Okay. Right on.
It's one of those things like I can do it if I want to.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, I'll do right now.
That's what they say.
Oh, this is my last. I'll finish this one up, obviously, and then that one too because it's already out.
But yeah, then whatever.
Then whatever's in the fridge, yeah,
Right.
But then after that, yeah, I'll probably stop for a couple minutes, and then I'll probably have another one.
You rationalize it.
You know, well, exactly. You know,
I'm not
do
proud
know.
to say. I'm not proud to say though. Since I started drinking, I think I don't know. My longest stint is probably no longer than maybe a week and a half, and even to this date because I'm still having drinks
that.
on the weekends. You know
Feel
what I mean?
that, bro.
So, and I've obviously made some changes and whatnot, but what would be best for me is to quit.
yeah.
I'm not ready for it yet.
Yeah,
I
it's
fully
tough.
admit.
Yep. Once you make the decision,
That's it. Yeah.
I was like being really shitty to my family. Like the day after, it was like January 2nd. We had J.C. Penney fucking coupons for pictures, right? And it was like big 50% off thing on it.
right on,
And I
yeah.
took it in. Like we got all these pictures done, and I get the bill back, and it's like $375. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, wait
Pump
a
the
second.
brakes.
Yeah, pump the brakes. It says like 50% off, and she's like, if you look here at the fine line, you know, it's like $45 a person for staging fees and blah blah blah. Well, anyway, like I got shitty, and I was a really big dick to my family. And on the way back, driving back, Haley was driving. I was sitting in the seat. You know, ruined everyone's day.
Sure,
I was like, I'm just gonna stop drinking for a little while. And then I never started again.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It honestly is. Like it's a cool way that you went about it. And then for me to hear one of their Bill and Drew's recently released songs, alcohol.
Oh yeah.
It's like to me that's like a haunting. Like I love everything about that. First of all, and I'm not just fluffing you right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of fluffing,
I'll take it though.
But like that song, when you first sent it to me, because I'm privy, obviously, to some of Bill and Drew's music, and now Neil is, I guess, but I was first. Let the record show that
Oh shit, he was there first, man.
like hearing some of these songs.
I was there in their top 0.2% of listeners.
That's true. And he donated a lot of money.
That's from the YINZBOYZ Foundation, first of all.
Okay.
Well, it's a 501(c)(3).
Yeah. We'll talk about that to come tax time. But
Yeah.
either way, it's motivating. It's moving. Like in the way that you can put music into words like that. That's why I know you're a real musician. Like there's something about you that can write a song, write it, and make someone feel something. That's an artist. That's a musician. That's something I love it. That's all I got.
That's awesome, man. I'm really glad that you like it.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
it's like a therapy thing for me. And honestly, I don't get the biggest support. I really appreciate your guys' support
Fucking
for it.
love it. We're gonna play some of it tonight,
day, dude.
and it'll probably be uncomfortable for you. But there's some bangers I want to play, like Slide. Why do you guys not like Slide? We fucking love Slide. You just don't. I don't say you don't like
I
it.
don't know.
I kind of don't like it, honestly.
Well, fuck you, dude. That's a fucking bop, dude. It's like, dude, it's kind of like disco-y, like 70s, dude.
So check this out. All right. So the amount of time that we spend on a song, because we have such a limited time, I pull my fucking hair out. Like when I have to do more than like 4 or 5 takes, then I'll get in my head about it, and then I'll hear the song so many times
you're over it.
Yep. That it's like, fuck this song. Like I'm totally fucking over it. And it's not fun.
The canvas is full.
That's
You're
our
ready to move
recording
on.
process right
Yep,
now.
yep.
We're doing it for you people. It's not fun at all. We go there and we bang it out, and it's work. And
Yeah.
it's hard. And the songs, they come from like the muse. It's right
Yep.
there on the spot. We try and do a different one for you each time. BillAndDrew.com.
Hit 'em up.
Check it out.
That's a good plug. We obviously love Bill and Drew here. And we'll talk about the rock star aspect of it, where people think going to the recording studio, it's all fucking, let's get stoned and high and do all this stuff, and it's all a party and everything. It's fucking work, man. And I've only done it literally once of a serious recording session. Other than that, it's all been like in my garage or basement or whatever in my house.
Well, we have
But
a studio now.
yeah. But I'm talking music wise. I don't play like I used to. But it's not what everyone sees on the final take, the final
Product.
listen. Yeah, they go, oh, these guys probably party hard, they fuck hard, they do their thing.
Hey,
That's all. It's
my
all
bad.
good. But it's like no one sees what's behind the scene when it comes to music, especially. There is equipment, there is expenses, and all of these things. Like, dude, these chords go bad. People don't realize like shit
Well, then
goes
why
bad.
did you have your fucking,
Machine on it.
machine on it there?
But you could
Your mixer.
You could say that about like all art though. Like I know if I draw something like, oh, I'm like, this kind of sucks. Like I'm gonna scrap this. Start.
Well, yeah, we scrap songs. Well, I don't anymore. What I used to play, yeah.
It's one of those. I feel like that's part of the creative process.
Yeah.
Speaking of recording processes, when Drew comes on next time, Andrew, when he comes on, we'll talk about our experience with Ball Gag Bob and the Zambian Butcher.
Well, listen.
They'll never listen to this
What
shit.
we call him?
He was trying to suck me off, dude.
I came up with that on the spot. Ball Gag Bob while he was talking.
Bob down
I was
on
like,
it.
Ball Gag.
Yeah, Bob was an interesting character.
Fucking gimping that guy out. Trump's coming for him, dude. We still got to go there and like collect our song.
Really?
Yeah, man. And like they're gonna be
He's
like,
gonna make money off it. You better watch.
fucking Zambia is gonna be like, but we have to send it to mastering. It's the same amount of money. And it's like, what the fuck?
I told him that he was
Bob's
like,
gonna be all weird.
I was like, dog, I like kind of like electronic, like synthesized music. You know, I mean, I like it all, but like particularly at that time, I was really into it. And I was like, you ever hear The Faint? And he put it on for everybody, and it was like, oh, that's really good. And he was like turning it down. And I was like, well, why'd you ask me? Like, I was like, these guys are good.
Yeah.
No, but
Whatever.
you didn't pick a good song though.
Fuck yeah, I did.
No,
picked-
he didn't.
Oh,
He
he
did.
picked it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. Like I said, I'm not. It's fucking weird. You could immediately tell I need something off
Something's off.
immediately.
I'm scared to go back. We still have to go
Oh, no,
back.
we'll come back.
Can we come with you as your hired guns?
I'm gonna go in there. There's gonna be a machete. It's like, we heard the fucking show.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue.
Get in the fucking basement.
That shouldn't be an issue.
Hey guys,
I bet that
we
basement-
heard the show. And I gotta say, it wasn't very groovy. Get him TikTok.
If you need the YINZBOYZ to come back with you guys there, literally
Yeah,
just
dude.
for
No, fuck that shit. Since I've been
represent-
here, I'm now fucking carrying, bro. Card carrying.
that's good. Yeah.
Good.
I'll walk in that place. Yeah, I snuck around back of your garage here and took a piss, and he actually said he saw me on the camera do it. And I'll say I was only able to do that because I was armed. You know, if I wasn't, that would have been scary as fuck, dude. I was thinking that too. I was looking out in the woods. I'm like, there's probably killers out there, but guess what?
Nah.
No, not so much killers as much as like we get bobcat
Nah,
every
I'm
year
saying
up here.
in your head.
Yeah, oh,
In your
absolutely. Yeah. But no, we get bear comes through here.
Yeah, there's a predatory neighbor too.
Well, that's
The
different.
perimeter. Sometimes
That's
How old's your house?
he stinks though.
2004 was built.
Okay, so no ghosts.
Oh no, there's a ghost.
Oh,
Didn't I tell you about that? No, I told Margot about that in Austin. The handprint up there.
not Austin. August.
August 16th. A names, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The handprint out there.
Oh, on the yeah.
Yeah.
Weird stuff. Hey, anyways, I mean, I think if we want to go down this road, it's going to be a lot longer podcast. But
Yeah, no, we should wrap it up.
Yeah. Either way, we can talk about this stuff
Is
next
that
time.
legit up there?
What?
The galaxy?
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
want some?
legit.
I do. Is that for real?
It is, but it's depleted.
Oh, okay. Well, then why'd
It's up
you
there for
offer?
it's up there for a
It's
prop.
comedic relief.
Okay.
I found
Yeah.
it when I was fishing.
All right. Well, thanks for bumming me out, taking me up on a high note and dropping me. I'm just joking.
Well, we could go get some if you want some.
That's like a weird trip.
I
At
don't
this
even-
time.
I don't even want to try. I don't even want to do
Only
it,
if we
dude.
dress this way and we walk in.
Speaking of music, you know what I've been into? Some trip hop, dude.
Oh, word, dude.
Like Portishead. Yeah,
Oh,
dude. Yeah,
bro.
dude. But gorillas, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
That's weird. We both said Portishead. Dude.
Anyways, you know what? It is time. Bill, one more time before we get out of here.
Just BillAndDrew.com.
Perfect.
Check it out. We do a lot of shit. That has all the links.
We talk about them all the time. We won't stop talking about them. We love them. Like seriously, we're almost joined at the hip here.
Oh yeah, we love the YINZBOYZ too. We're gonna do like I said, we're gonna do the that collaboration.
Oh yeah. I
Intro
honestly,
song.
I'm super
Intro song.
super
We're gonna
stoked for that.
collab.
And by the way, doing some music for you guys. Let me get through the holidays. I started learning.
Yeah.
Obviously, a couple of nights sending some video, but either way, let me get through the holidays.
Yeah, no, and it's a big announcement too. Is that Ken is going to help us out with some festivals.
At least an honorary member, like not like official anything, but at least help them with some instrumental
It could
stuff.
turn into something. We could totally change the name of the band and become something else, Ken.
Bill Drew and
And
I'll
you could
I'll
play
tag
the
along.
synth.
I'll tag along.
You could play the synth, dude. You bought a synth.
We'll figure it
How's
out.
that- yeah.
It's good.
yeah, it's all good. I just wanted to let you know that. But either
Word.
way, BillAndDrew.com, we talk about them all the time. It's good music. It's great stuff. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have them on here. So
It's true.
I feel like
hey,
you would.
412-613-1116, the YINZBOYZ Hotline podcast hotline. How about them socials, baby girl?
Well, you forgot YINZBOYZ.com.
No, fuck them. Whatever.
But yeah, they're really YINZBOYZ at gmail.com. Instagram.
If you made it this
Snapchat,
far, dude.
YouTube. What?
If they made it this far, man, this is a long podcast. I've been looking at the clock.
Yeah, if you made it. Yeah.
We did go. I mean, it's still
We're like an hour and a half or
I
so.
think we cut ourselves
Almost two. We're-
I think we cut ourselves short a little bit. Honest, we could have gone.
We could go
We
forever.
could definitely have gone along.
But we got
We'll
shit
save
we
it.
got to do.
We'll
Yeah,
save
yeah.
it.
That's it, man. Be good. See you next week.